Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're talking about something that's really at the core of education.
That's right, unlocking student performance.
And if you're a school founder, a manager, or an educator, you know it's not about finding some kind of silver bullet.
No, it's about consistency. Our mission today is to really focus on 10 proven student habits that drive success.
But not just the habits themselves. We're going to talk about the systems you need to actually reinforce them, to make them stick.
Exactly. It's about designing a supportive environment. Schools need to move beyond just, telling students what to do.
And start building systems that make those smart habits the default.
Yes. And when we talk about success, we mean measurable gains, higher test scores, better grades, a real mastery of objectives.
Okay, so let's jump in. Instead of just a list, let's group these. How about we start with cognitive strategy? How students actually interact with information.
Good idea. Because that's where we hit the biggest wall. The illusion of knowing.
I know this one. It's when a student reads something, it feels familiar.
And they think they know it. But when it comes time for the test, they can't retrieve it. It's what educational psychologists call the fluency illusion.
So how do we enforce things like active learning and active note-taking at scale?
It has to be embedded in your system. It becomes the mandate. For note-taking, educators can use the DreamClass Teacher Portal to provide, say, digital outlines or guided templates.
Like the Cornell method.
Exactly. The system itself forces that active engagement you need for long-term memory.
That structural support is so critical. Okay, let's move from how they learn to how they manage themselves. Self-discipline, staying motivated, these feel a bit abstract.
They are, but they show up in routines and visible progress. Self-discipline really grows when the rewards of consistency are clear and immediate.
So you need a tool for that.
Right. Educators can use things like the DreamClass gradebook features alongside shared calendars to create a really dependable rhythm. The student learns that effort translates directly to a trackable outcome.
And I imagine that transparency feeds right into motivation.
It has to. Consistency needs consistent reinforcement. Systems like DreamClass notifications can automate that positive support, giving feedback on progress and making sure students don't, fall through the cracks.
What about the human side of things? Let's call it interpersonal accountability, like talking to teachers.
That's a huge one. It's a habit of seeking help. So you, as an educator, have to create open, low-friction channels.
And things like the DreamClass communication features can help with that. Make it easy to ask a question before it becomes a huge problem.
Precisely. It's about catching doubts early.
Okay, I have to ask about one that seems, a little unrelated. Extracurricular activities.
It seems that way, but think about it. If those activities are genuinely building skills like time management or perseverance, the administration needs to validate that.
So by managing those complex schedules with something like DreamClass scheduling software, you're signaling that those soft skills matter.
You're signaling that balanced, organized effort has systemic weight. You're reinforcing the habit.
This brings us perfectly to the 10th habit, which is using tech tools like DreamClass itself.
Yes. The technology isn't just for the back end. It becomes the organizational model for the student.
When they use the DreamClass academic management tools to organize their work, they're building the exact self-management skills they'll need for college.
And that's the big administrative benefit for you, the founder. DreamClass unifies everything: registration, attendance, communication, SIS, the gradebook, even student financials.
All in one place?
It just simplifies the management so that your educators can focus entirely on tracking and supporting that measurable student growth, not wrestling with 10 different systems.
So combining effective student habits with supportive systems is really the key here. It's not one or the other.
It's the only way. Which brings me to a final thought for our listeners.
Let's hear it.
Since this combination is the key, how effectively is your current system measuring and demonstrating those measurable gains in academic performance over time?
That's a great question to end on. Thank you for tuning in to The Deep Dive.